Good morning this morning. My name is Peter and I'm the accountability coach. Welcome back. For those of you just tuning in, do go back and look at the previous days. Just a quick recap. So I guess, look, we've got a sheet of paper which has 8 a.m. start and then goes down in 1 hour increments down to 8 p.m. with some sections cleared for ourselves, being around 11, again at 1:30. And again at 3:30. This is time for ourselves. We've talked about switching out the bacon sandwiches, the toast. We've talked about starting the day on the front foot, in and around using some healthy snacks as a go-to rather than the crap that's in the cupboards. So, for example, for breakfast, we've got some blueberries, strawberries, grapes, granola, mixed up in a bowl, massive amounts of nutritional boosts first thing in the morning. We talked about starting simple habits, and we're going to build upon that throughout the days and weeks ahead. And the first one being making your bed. You know, getting out in the morning, making your bed. If nothing else, you'll come back to a made bed no matter what the day is. And that always feels better than an unmade bed. So a very simple habit, starting these things. We've been getting you out daily, requesting you go out and have a 10-minute walk. This is good from a fresh air perspective, but this also helps to clear your mind. And I've asked if you can just capture a selfie, yeah? Capture one selfie while you're out and about, share a moment, get that foundation in your phone to show that you've gone from something rather than nothing, yeah? Lots of people will do nothing because it's easy to do. To actually go out, to even just take a picture of your bed that's made, to get out in nature, to go for the walk, that's proving that you can do something. And actually that is fundamentally the baseline of success. Now today we're going to move on to something a little bit more involved and engaged. So we're going to need a sheet of paper. This is called the Wheel of Life. Now the Wheel of Life, you're going to really enjoy this section and it's going to get your mind thinking. So guys, if I can ask you to draw a circle for me. Okay, brilliant. And then on that circle, we're going to divide this up. So if you could put a line top to bottom and then a line left to right, and then split those sections in half by 2 diagonal lines. So in the end, what you should have is a circle with 8 sections. Cool, fantastic. So look, you know, life can be represented by a bicycle wheel. If you imagine that bicycle wheel turning around and around, it runs quite smoothly due to the tyre on the outside. But if you imagine that there were sections missing from that wheel, like pieces of cake missing, then there'd be a bit of a clunk, 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 and the ride could be quite bumpy, and it could be quite, you know, upsetting to you as the driver of that bike. Imagine if there were several sections missing, you know, it would be quite the bumpy ride and quite the unpleasant experience. And this is how our lives can be sometimes, because we do have sometimes pieces missing from our wheel. So let me get into this with you and explain this a little bit more. So in the first section, I want you to just put physical body. And in the second section for me, if you can put emotions and meaning. And then in the third section, if you could write relationships. In the fourth section, if you could write time. In the fifth section, if you could write your work stroke career. And in the sixth section, if you could write, if you'd made all the money that you wanted to make, had all the things that you had, what would be your life's goal? What would be your life's mission? How would you like to spend your time? So a big life mission. And you might not have never thought of that before. It's a big thing to think about. 7 will be finances or money. And then finally, 8 is about how you celebrate and how you contribute. And now look, today's action is really, really simple. I want you to spend time thinking about, on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being I'm absolutely happy, there's no action needed, I'm in a great space and a great place with this. Going right the way down to 0, which is I need major intervention. I've got to take some intervention here. There's something I need to do to improve this. That's what I'd like you to do. So really take some time and just think about it. Roughly, I would even go as far as put about, you need about 10 or 15 minutes on each bit to think about your physical body, thinking about your emotions and the meaning to you. So what your emotional intelligence, how would you rate it? Relationships with self, with family, with partner, with friends. Time, how do you manage your time? Do you manage effectively? Or does time just to slip away and seem to be wasted? Your personal career and work. Your life's mission. Have you got a life's mission? And are you wandering world in the world aimlessly? Or do you have a bigger picture, an end goal and life plan that you're working towards? Finances, are you good with money? Have you got savings, investments? Does your money make money? Or are you exchanging time for money? And then finally, how do you celebrate and contribute your small wins, your big wins? How do you give something back to yourself? How do you let yourself know when you've done well? So those are the things I want you to rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10. And this is a large part of what we do over at smeltthatcoffee.co.uk. And as an accountability coach, I spend a lot of time with people working through and creating their life plan and potentially waking people up so that they can really start to understand that there are tools, techniques and interventions, and by the support of somebody creating a habit checker and checking in regularly with you, that you can start new positive habits. And most people can change 6 to 8 habits that they cut, or add 6 to 8 habits in, or remove 6 to 8 habits that they're currently doing from their lives. So the wheel of life is quite important and gives you some things to think about rather than just sitting around the house, drinking lots of alcohol, getting absolutely obsessed on social media and spending too much time there. So I'd like you to spend your time thinking about this overnight. And again, give me some feedback. Let me know, do you like this type of thing? Is it useful? Has it added some value? Is this the type of thing you'd like me to keep sharing with you? And like I say, the one action as we're following this month in this group is switch off the news. Let's move away from negativity and other people's perceptions, and let's absolutely get the facts, focus on self. And remember, in order to have a successful life, you have to fill up your own jug first before you can fill anybody's cup. And I just want you to adopt that kind of methodology. So look, just to kind of end on, 10-minute walk today, guys. I know you don't want to do it. I know it's probably cold. It may even be a bit wet and windy. I know that it's easier to do nothing than it is to do something. But it's important, especially when thinking about your life's circle there, to go out and get into nature, or even. But what I'd love for you to do for me, 100%, is to get out, have time for yourself, get out, absolutely take that 10-minute walk and to start getting involved. My name's Pete, I'm the accountability coach. I look forward to catching you all again tomorrow. Take care.